Hey, lagi ka bang pagod pagkatapos ng trabaho? Yung tipong kahit lagi mo naman ginagawa yung work na yan for years, parang iba na yung pagod lately. Yung tipong kahit anong galing mo na sa field na yan, sa industry na yan, parang pakiramdam mo, yung skills mo are going to waste. Parang wala na papala. Or lately, naiisip mo nang mag-quit sa job mo. Or lagi na nagpa-pop up sa mind mo na, what if may something better out there? What if may something better pa sa kung anong ginagawa ko ngayon? If you've been asking these questions for the past few months or weeks, I think you need to rethink your job. Hi, I'm Teen, and welcome to Teen Inspired Stories, where we can get real about my personal experiences, struggles, our journeys together, and of course, our healing. So, for today's video, we're going to discuss the signs on when to quit your job. Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. Deciding on when to leave your job is never easy. So it is the most difficult decision that you're going to do with your life, most especially when you are 20s or in your 30s. So if you're not going to think about it, it can make or break your life or your future self. Knowing when to quit your job is hard. It's difficult. It is one of the most difficult decisions that you're going to make with your life. But if you're not going to think about it, you will miss a lot of opportunities. You will get yourself in years of frustrations and misery, or even, stuck in that job that you don't like. Today, I'm going to give you 5 unmistakable signs that in order for you to know on if this is the right time to quit your job. And at the same time, I'm going to provide you with practical examples and at the same time, actions to work on it. So, let's dive in. Disclaimer lang guys, I just want to clarify na yung signs na to na ibibigay ko sa inyo are practical things that you need to consider. But it's on a case-to-case basis. We have different stories, we have different experiences, and we have different working environment. So you have to think of these signs if it is really applicable to you or not. So the number one sign that you need to quit your job is that when you're always feeling stuck and unfulfilled with your job. Unfulfilled is a feeling of emotion wherein you look for deeper purpose in your current role. So, nararamdaman ng isang tao yung unfulfillment sa trabaho niya if yung mga goals na gusto niyang ma-achieve within that role is hindi niya naaabot or hindi niya nagagampanan ng maayos or hindi na ipo-provide sa kanya ng organization. Let's say for example, training, okay? Kung yung organization mo lagi kang pinagkakaitan, grabe naman yung term 'no, pinagkakaitan ng or I don't I can't get the exact word. Pinagkakaitan ng training or hindi ka laging nabibigyan ng pagkakataon mag-undergo ng training, you will feel stuck in a moment talaga kasi lalo na kung repetitive na yung task mo, lalo kung ilang years ka na sa role na yan and then walang training, you will feel stuck, okay? Next, if walang potential for new position or walang promotion, okay? So, you will feel stuck and unfulfilled. So, you have to identify your career goals. So, isusulat mo. So, when you want to assess yourself if this is the time to quit your job, write your long-term goals. So, ano ba yung example ng long-term goals? Let's say, for example, promotion. Ang gusto mong ma-achieve sa current role na to is promotion. Let's say, for example, binigyan mo yung sarili mo ng 2 years with this role pero wala pa ring promotion na natatanggap. So, ask your manager. Next, benefits. Nadagdagan ba yung benefits mo? Kahit hindi ka na promote within that role pero nadagdagan naman yung benefits mo, maybe it's something you can look forward to. Or next, aside from benefits, of course, salary increase. So it is part, I know na it is part ng perks or ng benefits. Now, kung walang salary increase, now I think it is time to think your job. And at the same time, um, growth in a sense na may natututunan ka bang bago diyan sa current role mo. Kasi kung wala na, mararamdaman mo talaga yung unfulfillment kasi parang ang dami mong lalo na kung ganito yung mga listahan ng long-term goals mo and then kahit isa man lang 'tong walang na-meet, I think you have to think twice now. So let's say for example, isa kang IT specialist support for years, kumbaga tenured ka na diyan, and then repetitive na yung task mo, so wala ng challenge, 'di ba? Now, if you ask your manager for promotion and then hindi na ibigay sa'yo, what if benefits, dagdagan yung benefits mo or kahit walang promotion pero may salary increase, yung mga gano'ng bagay. These are the things that you can do to consider if it's time to stay muna or it's time to quit. Number 2, you're experiencing constant burnt out. Okay? Yung tipong stress na hindi nawawala kahit ipahinga mo, i-leave mo, i-rest mo ng ilang araw yan. Kahit mag-travel ka pa pagbalik mo, parang hindi ka pa nga pumapasok, burnout na kaagad yung utak mo. Ganon. Yung tipong non-stop, parang walang pahinga, pati yung mental health mo affected na. That's the second sign that you need to consider on when to quit your job. So how will you know if burnt out ka na sa trabaho? Mainitin ang ulo mo, irritable ka sa mga ka-work mo, yung kahit lagi mo naman na yung ginagawa yung work na yan, parang para sa'yo, ang hirap na niyang gawin. Hindi pa ganun. Kasi nga, aside from you are stressed, you are restless physically, pati yung isip at puso mo nagtatalo na din. Kasi kapag burnout ka kasi, based on my experience nagtatalo kasi yung puso at isip mo eh. Deep within you, gusto mong magstay. Pero sabi ng isip mo, ayoko na, ayoko na, ayoko na. Ganon. Ganon yung feeling ng burnout. And then, yung katawan mo, ano kasi, mararamdaman ng katawan mo kapag, yung burnout mararamdaman ng katawan mo. So, kapag naramdaman na ng katawan mo, it will take a toll on your mental health. So, irritable ka, mainitin ang ulo mo, kahit lagi mo naman ginagawa yung work mo, parang ang hirap-hirap na niyang gawin, ang hirap-hirap na niyang tapusin. And then napapansin mo marami ka ng reklamo. Yeah, napapansin niya, marami ka ng reklamo. And then, napakaikli na ng pasensya mo sa mga bagay-bagay related to that work, related to that coworker, related to that boss. Ganon. Ganon na kapag burnout ka. Ganon na yung mapapansin mo kapag burnout ka. So, what can I give you as an advice for this sign on when to quit your job when you are burnt out already is i-evaluate mo muna kung saan ang gagaling yung burnout mo. Kasi baka hindi mo alam na parang halo-halo na siya. Let's say for example, burnt out ka lang pala sa bahay, sa personal matters mo, and then nadadala mo lang siya sa work. O di kaya, burnt out ka sa work, pero okay ka naman sa bahay. Ang mas matindi kasi dyan is burnt out ka na sa work and then burnt out ka din sa personal life mo. Talagang sasabog ka. Okay? So, i-assess mo muna, i-evaluate mo saan nang gagaling yung burnout na to, saan nang gagaling yung stress na to. And then, kapag nalaman mo na kung sa work lang ba talaga to, okay, then I think it's time to reconsider moving on with your next big step with your life. Okay. The third sign on when to quit your job is when you've already outgrown your role. When you already mastered all the duties and responsibilities on that role, pero wala nang challenge, wala nang opportunities for growth, wala nang opportunities for advancement. In short term, walang promotion, or wala ka nang nakukuha na additional benefit or additional na advantage on that particular role, I think you already outgrown it. You already outgrown that role when there's no room for improvement anymore. Or if the company is not providing any training for you to take on new challenge. Yung tipong, you can do better. You can provide better. You can take on new challenge. But the internal organization or your bosses does not trusted you with this opportunities. Hindi ka na nabibigyan ng bagong opportunities to grow, to thrive in that current role. Okay? So, yung tipong nag-apply ka na, nagtanong ka na sa manager mo kahit wala ba akong inaasahang promotion for this role, or wala ba akong aasahan na new title or new salary increase for this role, and then walang nangyari, I think you have to consider moving on. Okay? Kasi wala nang growth. And hindi mo malalaman kung hanggang saan yung kaya mong gawin kung magstay ka lang sa comfort zone na yan. Okay? Hindi mo alam kung ano pa yung igagaling mo within that role kung mag-stay ka sa comfort zone na yan. So, the action that you can do within this sign on when to quit your job is talk to your manager, talk to your boss. O boss, wala ba akong promotion na aasahan? O boss, wala ba akong salary increase ngayong taon? O boss, wala ba akong training na pwedeng atinan dyan? If none, I think you need to take on moving on to your next big opportunity. If meron naman, then reconsider. Okay? Reconsider your decision. Kasi, I think lahat naman kayang pag-usapan as long as kaya mong i-negotiate yung worth mo. As long as alam mo yung worth mo, kaya mo yun i-negotiate. Okay? Fourth sign that you need to quit your job is when the company culture is toxic. Okay? Napaka-importante nito. Kasi babalik tayo doon sa feeling of burnt out. Sometimes kasi, kahit kaya mo namang gawin yung work, if the work environment is so toxic, it will take a toll on your mental health. That's what happened to me. Okay? That's what happened to me. Yung tipong, kahit pagtrabahuin mo ako dito, kahit mag-overtime ako dito, okay lang, kaya kong gawin yung role. Kahit kahit ilang taon na akong hindi napo-promote, okay lang, kaya kong gawin yung work, kaya akong magpatuloy. But then, kapag yung toxic yung work environment, yeah, it will take a toll on your mental health. So, napaka-importante na yung mga organizations, yung mga boss, kung napapanood man nila to, I hope they will improve the kind of work environment to their employees. Kasi we deserve better. We deserve a work environment that is toxic-free. Paano ba natin malalaman if toxic na yung work environment? If nagsisiraan yung co-workers, if they take on gossiping most of the time, if they have crab mentality, if walang unity, if laging nagsisiraan, laging nag-aagawan ng opportunities. Let's say, for example, ng training, ganyan. So, these are the examples of a work environment that is so toxic kasi it will take a toll on your mental health. Is toxic. So, how would you know if the company culture is toxic? If they have bad leadership or bad management? If you are undervalued, unsupported, or unappreciated, or if the people in that organization are always fighting, argumenting, and having this crab mentality. So what it feels like when you are working with a toxic work environment. Nagsisisihan, yung tipong decision naman niya ng lahat, pero kapag hindi yung ini-expect na outcome is hindi nasunod or hindi natupad, they blame each other instead of taking accountability on that kind of organizational decision. Yung tipong undemotivated na din lahat ng mga employees. Yung tipong pumapasok na lang for the sake of sweldo. The higher people in the position is having a favoritism. At hindi lang yan nangyayari sa school, but then in a working environment also. If demotivated na lahat ng employees, if nag-aaway yung mga employees, if nag-gossip yung mga employees, nagsisiraan, na meron ng crab mentality, wala nang unity. So that is a kind of toxic work environment that you should avoid kasi it will take a toll on your mental health. Believe me. Okay? Kahit gaano ka kagaling, kapag toxic yung work environment mo, toxic yung mga bosses mo, toxic yung co-workers mo, kahit gaano ka kagaling, kahit gaano ka motivated, kahit gaano mo kamahal yung trabaho mo, you will let go. Darating ka sa point na kailangan mo siyang i-let go kasi hindi na siya nakakabuti para sa'yo. Okay? So, napaka-importante na nagtatrabaho tayo sa isang organization na they think about their employees, they think about their mental health, they do their best to provide them the kind of work environment they deserve. So, I salute all those companies that do better than others. Like, yung tipong included yung employees, included yung kahit nasa pinakamababa kang position, included ka, you felt you are valued. So, what can you do? If gusto mong magstay sa ganyang klase ng work, i-document mo yung mga nangyayari. And then, maybe you can talk to it about your bosses. Pwede mong i-address. Pero I don't think sa Philippine work environment, effective yung ganito kasi it will take against you. But then, yeah, if sa tingin mo may pag-asa pa, yung ganitong, yung pag-work within that kind of industry, within that kind of work environment, then go, document. Then sabihin mo yung mga nararamdaman mo na ganyan, ganito, ganyan. Okay, explain mo sa boss mo. If open yung company mo to do everything they can para ma-improve yung work environment nyo, then good. I'm happy for you. Ibig sabihin, they are considering their employees, they are considering their employees' mental health or yung welfare ninyo iniisip ng company mo. So, napakagandang balita niyan if ever yung documentation mo is they will take it positively. But if not, I think you need to reconsider in looking for a healthier work environment that you deserve. So, I know that quitting your job can be daunting. Napakahirap niyang gawin, lalo na kapag limited lang yung choices mo. But if you really take on or think about clearly on these 5 signs that I've given to you, I think it will help you analyze better on your current situation and decide on what's really best for you. If you found these signs and this video helpful, please share it to someone that you know. It will help them decide if they have to quit their job or not. If you have the same story as mine, please comment down below and I love to hear from you. Till next time!